Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Thursday, October 26, 2023. And we begin with an end to the weeks-long stalemate in Congress as the House of Representatives finally elects a new speaker. Republican Mike Johnson of Louisiana won in a unanimous party-line vote yesterday, proclaiming the People's House is back in business. The relatively unknown politician succeeded where three nominees before him failed, after a historic and chaotic 22 days without a leader following Kevin McCarthy's ouster. Mr. Johnson says his priorities include funding for Israel and border security. He'll also hit the ground running on issues like aid for Ukraine and a possible government shutdown next month. Representative Johnson's new role as Speaker of the House makes him second in line for the presidency, right behind Vice President Kamala Harris. A lost art is making a comeback in California. The Golden State's governor just signed a bill into law that requires teaching cursive in grades 1 through 6. Cursive is a style of writing in which all the letters are connected in a flowing manner. It was taught in schools for centuries, but removed from some when printing and typing became the norm. The bill's author told the Sacramento Bee that cursive has many benefits, including helping students handwrite faster and read historical documents. A 2020 Norwegian study showed the script also activates different electrical activity in the brain when compared to typing. California is not alone in revisiting the virtues of cursive. 17 other states also have laws on the books requiring it be taught. A Chicago teen got some fashion help with his Amazon delivery last week. Luke Breyer was struggling to tie his tie for homecoming when Amazon driver Elijah Bryant showed up on his doorstep and helped him out. Elijah said Luke reminded him of himself as a kid. He said his older brothers taught him to tie a tie at age 10, and he was happy to pay it forward. Elijah has had plenty of practice since. According to USA Today, the 42-year-old dad has 3 sons and 5 daughters. Luke and his family were very appreciative. In a video shared online, Elijah told Luke, "You're killing the game, young man." Imagine getting your flu vaccine without ever leaving your couch. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is reviewing a proposal that would allow adults ages 18 to 49 to give themselves and kids as young as 2 the flu mist. Drug maker AstraZeneca says studies have shown people can administer the nasal spray properly without a healthcare provider. According to CNN, patients would still need to order the vaccine through their pharmacy online, and it would be shipped in temperature-controlled packaging. The hope is that more people would get the vaccine if they could do it at home. Until the at-home proposal is approved, you'll still have to go to your doctor or pharmacy. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommends the flu vaccine yearly for anyone 6 months or older. In sports news, get ready for a Southwest showdown as the Texas Rangers and Arizona Diamondbacks face off in the World Series. Both the American and National League championships went 7 games, with the Diamondbacks punching their ticket Tuesday night in a thrilling win over the Philadelphia Phillies. Game 1 of the World Series begins at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And the National Football League is saying cool it off when it comes to fights on the field. In a memo issued to all 32 teams, the league said it will significantly punish players or teams for fighting as it risks injury and sends an unacceptable message to players and fans at all other levels of the game. Violations may result in fines, suspension, ejection, and could even cost a team a future draft pick. According to USA Today, just last week, 6 players were fined more than $10,000 each for on-field altercations. Still ahead, why NYC is honoring an alligator. But first, our KidNuz quiz. Which 2 teams are headed to the World Series, which starts tomorrow? The Texas Rangers and Arizona Diamondbacks. How many states other than California require cursive to be taught in schools? 17. How did an Amazon driver go above and beyond for a Chicago teenager? He helped him tie his tie before homecoming. What proposal is the FDA considering for the flu vaccine? That people ages 18 to 49 be allowed to administer the flu mist to themselves or their kids at home. In today's Kid News Kicker, New York City is paying tribute to a longtime legend that might have a tiny bit of truth to it. The city has unveiled a sculpture of a life-sized alligator wrapped around a New York City manhole cover. According to CNN, the bronze statue, designed by a Swedish artist, is a nod to an urban myth dating back to the 1930s that an alligator lives in city sewers. It is illegal to own alligators in New York, not to mention that reptiles prefer warmer climates. However, alligators do occasionally turn up in the Big Apple. One was rescued from Brooklyn's Prospect Park earlier this year and was later determined to be an escaped pet. The sculpture, titled NYC Legend, will be on display until June at Union Square Park in Manhattan. Before we go, shout-outs to our Kid News classrooms. Mrs. Pawlowski's Lions at Lions Park School in Mount Prospect, Illinois. Mrs. Hogan's Eagles at Kitsap Lake School in Bremerton, Washington. And a shout-out to one of our teacher advisory panel members, Mrs. Balzar, and all the 4th grade Rocking Eagles at Beverly Farm School in Potomac, Maryland. Thanks for listening. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share Kid News with all your friends and family. And we'll see you back here for more Kid News tomorrow morning.